Someone hurts you. You tell yourself you've forgiven them, but you still feel angry every time you think about it. So what does it actually mean to forgive someone?
What really is forgiveness?
Mate, here's the thing people miss. When someone hurts you, your body doesn't just shrug it off. It goes into threat mode. Tight chest, mind racing, can't sleep, stomach in knots, and it stays there. That's not weakness, that's just wiring. Your body thinks the danger's still happening. Now, forgiveness, real forgiveness, that's not about deciding the other person was fine. It's about getting your body out of that state. Because running that alarm system every day costs you. Costs you health, costs you sleep, costs you energy. So yeah, naming what happened, calming your breathing, giving yourself some safety, that's not going soft. That's switching the alarm off so your body can settle back down. The anger stays burning because the body thinks it needs to. Forgiveness is just telling it, mate, we're okay now. The threat's gone. We can stand down. That's all it is.
What really is forgiveness?
Okay, so the thing that gets me about forgiveness is what if it means you're just, like, opening yourself back up? Because I don't know, that's the bit that scares me. Like, if you forgive someone, are you basically saying, yeah, go ahead, do it again? And I think, no, actually, I don't think that's what it is. I think real forgiveness, the kind that actually works, it comes with protection. Like you can let go of the whole revenge obsession, the replaying it, the waiting for them to suffer, all of that, without also going, here's my door, it's wide open. You can still have boundaries. You can still change what you expect from that person. You can still take the whole thing seriously. It's just, you're not handing over more of your time to the payback plan. That part, I think I can work with. As long as we're not dropping our guard entirely, that part's non-negotiable.
Oh, sweetheart, I think what makes forgiveness so complicated is that we often rush it. We forgive too quickly, not because we've actually processed what happened, but because we just want everything to feel okay again. We want the tension gone. We want to stay close. And I understand that. I really do, because connection matters so deeply to us. But if we skip the honest conversation, if we just smooth things over without any real acknowledgement of the hurt, what we end up with isn't closeness, it's quiet resentment sitting just underneath the surface. Real forgiveness. The kind that actually keeps relationships healthy, it needs honesty. It needs someone to say, this is what happened, this is what it did to me, and this is what I'd need going forward. Reconciliation, when it's real, is so beautiful. But it has to be built on something true, dear. Otherwise, we're just pretending everything's fine, and that's not connection. That's just keeping the peace.
What really is forgiveness?
Let me tell you something, champ. People think holding a grudge is strength. It isn't. You know what a grudge is? It's letting someone else live in your head rent-free. That's not power, that's the opposite. And this idea that forgiving means you're weak? Wrong, completely wrong. Forgiveness means you're done being controlled by what they did. You're taking your attention back, your story back. You're not their victim anymore. That's strength. Now, forgiving someone doesn't mean they're innocent. It doesn't mean they get another shot. It means you're not building your whole identity around that one moment. That's their moment, not yours. Carrying it everywhere you go? That's them winning. Every day. Letting it go. Keeping your standards high. Not needing payback to feel okay about yourself? That's dignity. That's what actually looks good. You decide what your story is, champ. Don't hand that to someone who already let you down.
Yes, well, the difficulty here is that people are conflating several quite distinct concepts, which naturally creates confusion. Forgiveness, reconciliation, and justice are not the same thing. Forgiveness is specifically the internal release of ongoing resentment. Reconciliation is the restoration of closeness, which is a separate decision entirely, and justice refers to consequences and some form of repair, which operates independently of whether you forgive or not. Now, the rational question to ask is, has the person demonstrated genuine change? Is continued contact actually beneficial? What structures reduce the probability of repeated harm? Because holding a sustained grudge does carry a real cost. It consumes attention and mental bandwidth that could be allocated far more productively. However, and this is rather crucial, trust is not reinstated by intention. It is earned through consistent behavior over time. Put simply, you can forgive someone privately and still, quite sensibly, keep your distance.
What really is forgiveness?
My child, forgiveness is not a door you open to let someone back in. It is a weight you set down so you can walk more freely. The injury was real. That does not need to be argued with or erased. But there is a difference between honoring what happened and feeding it daily. When we replay the harm again and again, when we build a whole sense of who we are around that wound, we are not protecting ourselves. We are simply keeping the fire lit. Real forgiveness asks you to tell the truth about what happened, to feel what it cost you, to decide what you will no longer allow, and then to stop carrying the person responsible into every room you enter. Sometimes this leads you back towards someone who has genuinely changed. Sometimes it leads you to a quiet and permanent distance. Both can be forgiveness. The river does not hold a grudge against the stone that once blocked its path. It simply finds its way forward.
If you made it this far, you're gonna want to see what comes next. Hit subscribe so you don't miss our next video, and click the video on screen now to keep learning more. See you in the next video.